It was 0 degrees in Bloomington this morning with a freeze point of 142. Now, while the freeze point is important, everybody, I'm sorry I didn't get to you while I got to the car, but as soon as I parked, the van came around. But we starting off this 5-day with a bang. Have a fuel leak, so we have a delay. I was supposed to do Charlottesville, Atlanta, Charlottesville, back to Atlanta, and then to Columbus, Mississippi. So we're waiting on a new plane now. And I was off for 2 days, which I thought I was off for 3 days, but I'm only off for 2. But other than that, we're starting off with a bang, and we're gonna see what happens. And I'll see you guys once I get to Columbus, Mississippi. To Columbus, Mississippi. Today's 3 flights. Like I said, I was delayed this morning because the captain did the walk around, saw a fuel leak. So that put us behind, and we've been behind all day and trying to play catch up. But we never got the chance to catch up because I didn't have any sits. But as far as the flights go, it was just very smooth without the hiccup this morning. And once that first flight is delayed, it's a domino effect that affects all day. Of course, people miss their connections. There was a lady going to Lima, which is only 1 flight a day. I don't know if she made it or not, but it is what it is. I'm finna get back onto my routine schedule. Like the last few trips I've been getting done really late, and it's like I don't feel like working out. And like my last trips, I was getting into the hotel like at 2 a.m. Yeah, now it's 3 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go get back on my routine and start back working out. And also the muscle that I strained, that's kind of like at the bottom of my back, the top of my butt, finally healed up to where it doesn't bother me anymore, so I can do some running. So, but other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning bright and early at 5 o'clock. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 2. Didn't get to y'all this morning because I was hitting the snooze button on you, and it is freezing on this plane, and my captain is in no rush. We've been on this plane for almost 10 minutes. She's in no rush to turn on this heat because she's from Minnesota, don't you know, and they don't get cold up there, so this is nothing to her. But my ears are cold right now, and I'm ready for her to turn on the heat, but she won't. And we can't do our pre-flight checks until she turn on the airplane to check everything as far as electrical wise, like the bathroom, to see if the lights works and all that other stuff like that. But, oh, there you go. But other than that, 2 legs.
Test.
Columbus to Atlanta, no sits. Atlanta to Shreveport. I'm done by 10 o'clock Central Time, so I'm done before noon today. So we're gonna do with that. And yeah, I'll see you guys once I get to Shreveport this morning again. Everybody, 2 flights, very uneventful, a little bit sleepy. It's not even 11 o'clock here, but I am going to go on a little rant and, you know, say whatever you want to say, but this is how I feel. So I've been here at this company for 7 years. Schedules came out yesterday, right? I bid for 2 things, like I've said before on this channel, 2. Credit hour and not to be off after 3 o'clock. And 7 years, I still can't get that. Now, granted, I'm going to say this, next month is a little bit tricky with the credit hour because I have vacation and I have recurrent. So those are days that I can't actually, they can't actually schedule me a trip. But I should be able to not get off after 3 o'clock. They give me a 4-day. All my trips end after 5 o'clock. And then they gave me a 4-day with a 2-day on the back end. And that 2-day, I don't end until 9 o'clock that night. Like, how is it possible for me to be here for 7 years unless all these senior people are bidding for the exact same thing that I'm bidding for, and that's why I'm not getting it? So when people ask me, why you want to leave? You've been there for 7 years. Because my seniority is dog doo-doo. It's dog doo-doo. For the last 4 months, it's been like that. It's dog doo-doo. And even kind of longer than that, because sometimes I have to finagle my schedule. And I might as well start bidding for reserve, because it seemed like our reserves are able to drop their entire schedule and line holders can't drop anything. And I'm pretty sure there's a reason for that too. I just don't know the intricate details of that. So it's like, man, why don't you just bid for be on reserve, just drop your schedule and just start picking up stuff? But then again, that's not always guaranteed, so I can't rely on that. So it's a hit or miss for me. Now I gotta try to stalk open time at every waking moment to see if the grid, so I can drop this 2-day, because that 2-day ends on a day that I was trying to leave to go out of town. Even if it got done earlier, I would have been okay with that. It would have gave me time to go home to catch the flight out that night. But I can't. At 9 o'clock, I missed the flight. So I got to watch it or hope that somebody wants to pick it up. But I don't know anybody who wants to end late like that. I don't know. So I'm going to have to keep watching it. But I'm going to take a nap, get up and work out. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3. Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday. Day 3, I think, of 5. Yeah, day 3 of 5. 2 legs again today, done before done before 12 o'clock. I go from Shreveport to Atlanta to Alexandria, Louisiana, so I'm back in Louisiana today. Finally got rid of the trip that I needed to. Did something I want to do, but it is what it is. I picked up reserve days. During that period of time, I picked up 2 sets of 3-day reserve days. And, I got rid of the trip. So, I got rid of the date that I needed to be off because I wanted to leave to go on vacation that day. So, it is what it is. I didn't want to, but I saw an opportunity and I took it. And, hopefully I don't live to regret taking the reserve days where they just drag me around the entire time, and hopefully no IROP or anything like that to where they can just drag me around. So that's the flexibility of it, that I was able to do that, and we're gonna see how it turns out. But I'm finna get ready to go downstairs, and I'll see you guys once I get to Alexandria today. Oh, another thing, man, my legs are super sore. So again, I haven't been able to work out my lower body for probably 3 weeks, if not longer, and I got back to squatting Monday, and then trying to do some leg work. Not Monday. I always say Monday. My Monday on day 1 of the trip, and then day 2 yesterday, and it was a struggle because my legs are sore, and trying to jog for the first time again in 3 weeks, which that wasn't a problem. It's just the soreness of my legs that caused the problem. So if you work out on a regular, I highly suggest if you don't take a break, because I don't wish this on nobody. Now I have my massage gun at home, and I left it because I didn't think to bring it, so I can massage out my legs, so I can try to help with the soreness a little bit. But other than that, I'll see you guys once I get to Alexandria. Everybody, here in Alexandria. Today's flights were again very uneventful. It is a little bit after 12 o'clock Central Time. So it's nothing really to report, but my legs were so sore. I was standing up for a long period of time, like while doing the demo and stuff like that. When I sat down in my jump seat, I kind of paused a little bit. That pause after if you got whoopings as a kid and you couldn't really sit down. I got whoopings, as a kid. That's how I felt. I had to pause for a minute to sit down because it hurt so bad. And then I finally sat down. And I know a lot of people don't believe in giving whoopings. My mom didn't whoop us just to whoop us. She used to tell us what not to do, but my mom wasn't finna tell us twice. So we did, one of those things like, don't run in the house, you'll break something. Me and my brother decided to run in the house, and we ended up breaking the glass coffee table that my mom had in the living room. She told us not to run in the house because we break something, but we did it anyway. So my mom wasn't about that telling us twice. Other than that, I'm gonna go work out to try to work out the kinks, the soreness or whatever, because you got to keep doing it and keep doing it. Just try to give myself a little massage. Hopefully they have like a little something that I can just roll over my thighs like that, so I can just give myself a deep tissue massage. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's a bright early 4:50 van. Good morning, everybody. Today is day 4 of 5. Today is the longest day of my trip. It's going on 4:30 this morning, and I do 4 legs. I do Shreveport to Atlanta, Atlanta to Jackson, Mississippi, back to Atlanta, and then Atlanta to Bloomington. And I have sits in between before the Jackson, Mississippi flight and after the Jackson, Mississippi flight. So I'm done by like 3-ish. So almost a 12-hour duty day in a sense, in retrospect, if how you look at it that way. TikTok is currently banned right now. I've never downloaded TikTok, so I didn't really miss the app. I just see how a lot of people are just, some people are crying because the app gone or whatever, things like that. I don't know how to feel about it. I can't tell you all how to feel about it, but I've never actually downloaded TikTok because everybody, whatever video they post on TikTok, they put it on Instagram. So I was like, if you're going to just put it on Instagram, what's the point of me going over to TikTok and downloading it? But I've never actually downloaded TikTok or even created an account on TikTok. So, but it is what it is. It's just one of those things. But yeah, other than that, I slept really well last night, even though I shouldn't have stayed up because I was binge watching, started watching a show, and I just didn't want to turn it off. I got about 5 hours of sleep. I really want to try to start getting 6 to 7 hours of sleep, but I only got 5 this time. But I'm feeling okay. But I have sits in between to take little power naps if I want to. But other than that, I'm going to get ready to go downstairs. I'll see you guys once I get to Bloomington this afternoon. Hello, everybody. I made it here to Bloomington. Let me tell you something. It's cold as balls here. When I say it's cold, let me see what the temperature says. But also the wind chill is up too as well. So that makes it even colder in here. But it's supposed to, the weather said that it's going to get down to 0. It's 7. It's 7 degrees and the wind is blowing. So that's even colder with the wind blowing. Golly. And then guess what? The shuttle heat doesn't work, and that shuttle has been taking us back and forth from the airport to the hotel since I've started 7 years ago. And you mean to tell me you still haven't gotten the heat fixed? It gets too cold for it to not have heat. Because let me tell you what I thought. Usually when I leave here, I leave early in the morning, and I'm thinking they don't want to run the heat because most northern people are warm nature. Well, it's not cold to them, but for me growing up in Atlanta, this is cold. So that's what I was thinking. Nah, it took the dude today. He said, yeah, the heat don't work. It hasn't worked in this van. Why y'all haven't bothered to get it fixed? Huh? And luckily I came in my room. This room is warm, so they did a good job with that. Normally they don't have it on for you. But other than that, I'm on my 4th flying partner today, which yesterday I worked with a classmate of mine, an older lady with mine, and then this one, another classmate of mine, she's older as well. So, the familiarity is there, even though I haven't worked with either one of them the entire time I've been here in 7 years. Other than that, that's it. I'm gonna go work out. I don't want to, but I'm gonna just push myself because it's so cold. I'm gonna push myself to go work out, make myself work out, and my legs are not sore anymore. So that working out through doing more leg exercise helped get the kink out for me. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the morning Good morning, everybody. I am back in the car getting ready to go home. As you can tell, seeing the breath, is cold, and I'm sitting in the car waiting for my car to warm up. It was 0 degrees in Bloomington this morning with a freeze point of 142. Now, why the freeze point is important? Because our engines won't run if it's at 150 to 158, something like that. So that's why freeze point is so important. So a lot of times it might not be snow or anything out there, but if it's super cold and that freeze point is low enough, I think, yeah, we won't go like negative. I think it's negative 158 or 50 between that numbers right there. But luckily we got out of Bloomington because it was at 142. So that's why freeze point is very, very important. I'm off for 3 days. It's supposed to snow here in Atlanta and throughout the Gulf Coast, which is very rare. And I'm glad that I'm off. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next vlog. As always, hug on the ones that you love. Tell the ones that you love them.